quite here yet, but hopefully a little bit more here. And we just ask that you be committed to getting more and more here throughout the day, because we all have left pretty significant, important realities. And to give up the time to, in a sense, waste with each other in contemplation can feel a little bit of a rub. But sisters, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to enter into a little bit of contemplative time together to look at an area of our lives that is so fundamental, we sometimes take it for granted. And so we're hoping that in doing that, we can talk to each other about what really matters to us in this area and tap into a very vital energy that can illuminate the questions that we are facing together. Right? And so, in some ways, one of the prevailing questions that's going to be underneath this is, why are we here? Why are you here? Why did you come this morning? What's the energy that brought you here? What's the commitment? This morning, we want to sink deeply together into a corporate sense of shared mission. Let's see if we can find out together what that looks like today. And so we are considering mission before we start talking about the practicalities of ministry discernment. Right? Get those gifts organized and let's put them out there. We need to get underneath that vital, fundamental, spiritual energy that has been a gift given to each one of us, and given specifically and corporately to us by the bonds of our consecration. So we belong to each other, and therefore we belong to this mission. And finding that vitality isn't an option for any one of us. Finding that vitality is our responsibility. Not nurturing that vitality, it's a problem. We have a responsibility to nurture. And so today is about nurturing it, finding it together. So we're going to start this morning by inviting you to take a long, loving look at the real in terms of your vision of mission. A long, loving look at how you see mission, how you experience mission in your life. So yes, later this morning there will be a sacred conversation with your sisters, but first we want to invite you into a sacred conversation with yourself about that mission. When I thought about what we want to do this morning, the question that came to me was a reframing of a poem many of you probably know, A Summer Day by Mary Oliver. And I really think what we're going to be looking at together is, so what are you doing with that one wild, precious gift of your life? It's a question that I read that poem to my younger students, my undergraduates. It's a question Holy Spirit asks every single one of us, no matter where we are in life. That is not simply a question for young people. We are all living one wild, beautiful life. So how is that life and mission going? How's your passion? How's the love that only you can express? How's it thriving? We're going to take a little bit of time to be with that question. And maybe another way, some of you again would be more familiar with this quote by Frederick Buechner. We're going to take a little bit of time today looking at that place where our deep gladness and the world's deepest needs, our deepest hungers, come together. Because where that meets, and where we can find that place, where our deepest joy, what makes us fundamentally alive, and the world's great need, that's Buchner's definition of vocation. If we're living that, we're living our vocation. And we are in a profoundly sacred space. We're in a space that is two things. It's a gift that's been given to us, right? It's grace. We didn't come, deciding what the gifts were going to be when we came out of the womb. They were given, but they were also given incomplete. They were given for flourishing. They were given for life, and so that's our work. That's our task. And so we want to spend a little time before we move into some quiet